This is this whole Tom Cotton Republican treason. The trending hashtag, by the way, is #47 traitors, and it's really trending. And have we tweeted 47? Be making sure that we're tweeting that as well. It's just, this is amazing. This Tom Cotton, by the way, the same guy who earlier said that anybody who violates Iran sanctions should be imprisoned to the third degree, right? In other words, the person committing the crime should be prosecuted. Person selling things to Iran. For example, in 1999, we had an embargo on Iran, and Halliburton was illegally selling Iran parts that could be used for nuclear centrifuges and other things through the back door, illegally. And the CEO of Halliburton, who was doing this, was Dick Cheney. So what Tom Cotton was proposing was that not only would Dick Cheney go to prison, but that his children would go to prison, second generation, and his grandchildren would go to prison. It sounds totally crazy, but this is, here, 47 traitors. This is, pretty amazing. And this is from this news report. What I'm reading to you right now is by Laura Clausen and Coase. And she's quoting a story that was over at the Huffington Post. Cotton also speaks to punish any family member of those people, to include a spouse and any relative to the third degree, including parents, children, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, grandparents, great-grandparents, grandkids, great-grandkids, Cotton said. The guy may be a combat veteran, but he has no understanding of the law. You don't put somebody's grandchildren in prison because of what, as much as despicable as I find Dick Cheney. And I agree with Tom Cotton that Dick Cheney should be in prison. But I disagree with Tom Cotton that Dick Cheney's wife, Liz, isn't that his wife's name? Lynn, that's right. That Lynn Cheney should be in prison. I don't believe that that's the case. I don't think that Mary and Liz Cheney, his daughters, should be in prison. And didn't one of his daughters adopt a child recently? I don't know if he has any grandchildren or not. I'm not a Cheney follower. But if he does, I don't think his grandchildren should be in jail. I think just sending Dick Cheney to jail should be enough. But my point, this is what a whack job Tom Cotton is. This is how far off the reservation this guy is, or out in left field, or, pick your derogatory cliche. And Cotton is basically saying, just threaten them. Right, yeah, that works really well. We've been doing that for, 40 years? He says there's nothing but hardliners in Tehran. No, that's not true. Actually, the Green Movement, 3 million people showed up. In 2009, Ahmadinejad was overthrown, essentially. Iran has a more moderate prime minister right now. So let's assume for a moment that under the Logan Act, these guys can't be prosecuted. The Logan Act says that it's illegal for private individuals to involve themselves in political or in negotiations with foreign governments. Let's assume that they can't be prosecuted under the Logan Act because arguably they are authorized persons, right? Congress does have a advice and consent role in foreign policy. And let's argue that you really can't prosecute them for treason, even though we're of the opinion that that's what they're committing. Because, treason is giving aid and comfort to the enemy and is punishable by death. And it's sort of like, yelling genocide or something. You don't want to use these really draconian, really heavy penalties unless there's a serious, horrible crime. Now, what the Republicans have done here, in my opinion, is not something that somebody should be put to death for, which is what treason is. So what is it? We don't have, in my opinion, we don't have criminal laws that can hold these guys accountable. But what we do have is the ballot box. And that's where they need to be held accountable. And in the meantime, by the way, if you want to call your member of Congress and just, especially Republicans, say, really? Were you one of the traitors? The number for the congressional switchboard is 202-225-3121. 202-225-3121. And that gets you to the main switchboard here in Washington, D.C. And then you can say, hi, I'm from Alabama. Who are my senators? Would you please connect me with one of them? Or I'm from, Michigan. Who's my senator? Whatever. And they'll just put you right through.